My granddad always used to tell me, when I'd start worrying about the opinions of others, he'd tell me, don't sweat the nerds. It's been a good figure of speech, a good mantra to live by. It's a saying that can go beyond simply not giving undeserving people the time of day. That's how I've looked at it, uh, large and by until recently. It's more than that, though. It's a succinct way of reminding yourself that you can't let other people define who you are, one way or another. This is something I say all the time, by the way, in context of not giving people, giving people the time of day. But it's something that I've said in both private conversations. It's something that I've said on podcasts that I've been a guest on. It's a good mantra. Don't sweat the nerds. It's you telling yourself to focus on what's important and to define yourself. It keeps you from putting that power in the hands of others. When you repeat to yourself, don't sweat the nerds, you keep yourself from being focused on being anti something. That's a dangerous idea, isn't it? When you get right down to it, defining yourself by what you're against, you give all the power of definition to those you are against in the first place. By going out there and advertising yourself, for instance, I'm anti-alt-right or I'm anti-left, you attach puppet strings to yourself, and then you put the main bar and the crossbar, the control mechanism there of a puppet, you put those in the hands of the very people that you say you're against. Your views are then completely manipulated by what they decide they are for or against. So stop defining yourself that way. Stop giving all the power of who you ultimately are to others, especially those you disagree with. Define yourself in such a way that pretends, for example, that the other view simply doesn't exist. Focus on your idea. Once you've got that, you attack your enemy not by what they call themselves, but by digging into their very ideas, and using your own ideas as the alternatives to theirs. You don't even have to mention them by name. You don't have to go out and attach labels of definitions to them. You don't do that. You just mention them by name, and people will automatically start to attach the actions to those they see as exemplifying what you are being critical of. They will see these examples in these people that you're against. You don't attack leftists directly. You attack their ideas and make examples out of what they do when their ideas are put into place. If you want to go out there and attack the ideas of Talmudists, instead of going out there screeching, pointing your finger and going Jew at people, you don't do that. You'll turn people off. You'll discredit yourself. Go out there and attack the ideas if it's something that you're against and you feel passionately about. Go out there and lay into the ideas that are being put forth by what you're opposing. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is something that, even though I'd heard my granddad tell me all the time, and it's something I've mentioned quite frequently, this don't sweat the nerds thing, it's not even something I really even thought too deeply about until recently, very recently. I thought about it, and I've started actually living by it. The full meaning that I've been able to articulate in my mind and think on. And I already see a marked difference, in a very positive way about how my life is.